All right. So people probably want me to comment on specific things. I'm going to take a quote from AD's book, and I'm going to say, I've been getting calls all morning. And I don't really feel like it's my place to turn any of this shit up. This shit is like, it doesn't really seem like it concerns me after this point. You know, that's a whole different situation. I got nothing to say about it. I'm mum. But what I did want to do is I wanted to address a few lies that were told about me over the weekend. And I'm not going to make it a huge, big personal thing. A lot of people were very taken aback by my epic rant that I delivered last week. But we're just going to stay fact-based. Just going to do that. Because it seems like some people, when they're confronted with the truth, they choose lies. And personally, if I was a fan of this sort of group of people, I would probably be kind of offended.
Parliament, please.
That they feel like they could pull the wool over the eyes of the public, right? So and these are all things that were stated, wow, look at that, as if they were facts. Yeah. And I just want to correct the record. Number one, this building was not purchased with any sort of SBA loan or anything like that. I mean, this is an absurd theory. Towards the beginning of the pandemic, we were given $80,000 that we had to pay back. Now, my management, my business management hit me up. They said, look, they're giving out loans. We should get one. It's not that we were like hard up for money or anything. It was just we had to use it for payroll. They said 80 grand, you might have to pay it back. They hit us up a couple months later. They're like, listen, like my business manager's like, listen, you guys are making too much money. You're doing too good. They're not going to let you keep the loan. You got to pay it back. I said, okay. I mean, it's cool. We get a little line of credit. Not really necessary or anything, but we bought this building like 2 years after that, 2 years after we pulled it, after we paid it back. So this is an absurd lie, the idea that we needed some sort of like loan from the fucking government in order to get this spot. So that's number one. Number two, the idea that I did not pay.
Why y'all talking money to this boy, man?
Yeah,
why
I mean,
they talking money to you? I mean, I'm getting in here now. Now, number two, stop talking money to get a 22ster.
I mean, this is the same people during the course of the same live stream said that they could go dollar for dollar with no jumper. So, I mean, again, to the people who watch this content.
He said get everybody. He said get all the employees in one room. They can't none of us see cuz.
Okay. So on top of that, the idea that I didn't pay for my own house is absurd. Me and Lena have been very, very open about this. We went 50-50 on our house. And keep in mind that we bought that house when my only income stream was YouTube money and her only income stream was Snapchat money. We got approved for the loan on our home before Plug Talk, before Lena became one of the biggest OnlyFans stars in the world, before No Jumper monetized on other platforms, before No Jumper monetized in a whole host of other ways and all kinds of different shit that we figured out since then. I say all that to say, we have a pretty nice house. We could literally buy a house that costs 10 times as much. We're just very humble and, being smart about our future. So the idea that I didn't pay for half of my house is insane. And I don't know how anyone could even pass off the idea that they would know about this. It was also stated that Lena paid for our entire wedding. How would these people even know that? It's not like they were in communication with Lena at any time surrounding the wedding or anything. This is also an absurd lie, even though, isn't it, the woman's family is supposed to pay for the wedding, right? Yeah. Now, I mean, it's not like
tradition.
It's not like
tradition, though.
Me and Lena are not gonna what the fuck are we gonna do? We got married in fucking Italy. Her dad's an electrician. They weren't gonna pay for it, obviously. So me and Lena, we both paid for the wedding. What else do we have here? Okay. This was a big lie. The idea that anybody was gonna sue me for defamation. To the fans, I feel bad for you if you believe this at any time during your lives. This is absurd. This is insane. I'm not going to give too much info, but if there is a lawyer on earth who made you believe that you had any chance of suing me for that, by all means, bring them on. Bring them on. I'm more than ready because this is insane. The idea that anyone would say is ridiculous. I'm not going to even go into any more detail than that, but come the fuck on and bring it the fuck on. Also, I already hit up Housephone about this. I didn't even see the clip. I just saw a screenshot. Adam 22 said that Housephone and him were never friends. I already hit up Housephone. I'm like, you know, I never said this, right? He goes, yeah, I know, bro. Like, I don't know. Why? Me and Housephone were friends before No Jumper. Me and Housephone were friends from just hanging out at rap shows and clubs and shit together. You know, like just regular young men doing drugs type shit. So please, by all means, find me a clip where I said that me and Housephone were not friends before No Jumper. What I might have said, and it might have been taken out of context, is that me and Housephone's friendship kind of ceased to be an off-camera thing before shit went bad. For maybe a year or two there, we were largely only speaking on the podcast, not because of any particular, rivalry or animosity or anything like that. It just kind of, our lives ended up in very different places. He was still living the fast life, going out, having a good time. I'm basically a boring ass dad for the last couple of years before shit kind of fell apart. So he was taking care of his mom. Good point, Josh. He had a ton of other stuff going on. And whereas in 2015, me and him were basically living like almost exactly the same lifestyle, fast forward to 2022, not so much the case. I'm doing the dad thing, I'm doing the business thing, he's doing his thing, whatever. So either way, I mean, this is just like another sign of like,
Rich gang.
This was a lie campaign. This is like a misinformation campaign. Okay. So the Housephone thing is totally fake. All right. Lena, the idea that Lena cried to anybody about me being a bad dad. Literally, when I brought this up to her face, she laughed in my face and said, "Are you fucking serious?" Because number one, if she did have a big issue like that about me, do you really think that she would have cried about it to someone who's basically a complete fucking stranger? And I remember this fucking day too, because we did have like a little 10-minute disagreement because the 22ster doing what he does best, sitting on his ass around the house.
Yeah.
I remember this because a Vlad interview had just came out with me. And I remember Lena walked into the room at one point and saw me watching a clip of Vlad interviewing me.
What?
And she was a little annoyed because it was like
Yeah.
honestly,
Interview on somebody
very, very rarely will I watch an interview clip of myself, but or an interview. But the fact that Vlad just drops it clip by clip, he always gets me. I always watch my own Vlad clips. I'm gonna be totally real because I can't remember what I say, and he makes the fucking titles so good. Either way, she walks in. She sees me watching a clip of myself talking. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Let's go. Help me out with the stuff." Okay, I'm up. I'm doing it. Whatever. It's like this probably should not surprise anybody that I, being a selfish fuck, sometimes have a little bit of a hard time really getting into the full groove of being 100% on daddy daycare mode.
Yeah.
I got a lot going on. It's a Saturday afternoon. I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to watch some fucking YouTube. But ultimately, if my girl were to give a full encapsulation of me as a father, I do a great job. Let's just make that clear. We can't all be as stay-at-home dads, So I'm balancing being a dad, being a content creator, running an empire, being a porn star, etc. So let's just get that totally, totally clear. Never once has my girl shed tears to a stranger, essentially, about my parenting. And she put that on everything. So, she refuses to get involved in any of this sort of back and forth. She doesn't want anything to do with it. She thinks it's super immature, super lame. I also think that she probably thinks it's lame for certain people to be sitting there around other people who have, threatened our children in the last week or so. But, she still doesn't want to jump into it, which I fully respect. Her refrain to me is like, Adam, you're doing so good. Everything is going so well in our lives. Why would you stoop down to this level? And it's a good point. Oh, that's my whole list, actually. Yeah, it's a campaign of lies. Like when you get hit with a powerful rant that is full of truth, I guess that's all you got. Is to just make up a ton of shit. The loan thing, the paying for the house thing, the paying for the wedding thing, the Housephone thing, the Lena crying thing, and the suing thing. We're sitting on 7 Lies. And I won't even say anything else about whatever else is going on in the city, in the streets.
On top of a scam.
On top of a scam. I just wanted to clear those things up. I'm going to at least attempt to be the bigger person here and not give certain people easy alley-oops to get, an extra 20,000 views on their VOD or whatever. But I just wanted to make those things perfectly clear. And also, I wanted to send a quick shout out to the person who purchased 15,000 live viewers during a certain live stream, because that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen online in my life. The celebration, the little football, what do they call it, where you fucking slam the celebration, you spike it, you do the little dance. One of the funniest things I ever seen. So I'm pretty sure I just kept things all positive.
How do you know it was bots?
Facts. That's what I was going to ask next.
Well, from what I hear from my sources, they were at 4.6K, and then it hit 21K.
In no time.
There was a massive celebration, and then it's back to 5K. And during that process, there was a celebratory touchdown dance. One of the funniest things that has ever happened in the history of the No Jumper cinematic universe. And that was it. It went away right away. And then somebody posted in the Reddit claiming the body. I don't even know if they were 100% correct, but they claimed it and they showed a receipt. So
oh shit,
there's already YouTube videos documenting this and discussing it and everything.
Oh shit, they claimed the body and got a receipt.
They actually posted the bot purchase receipt, is what you're saying?
This is what I'm saying.
That's fucking vicious.
So
Jesus,
that's kind of crazy.
That's tough right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's pretty fucking funny,
That's
right?
tough, bro.
this fool.
Sometimes I look at the fans.
I be listening. I be like,
I think I'm
what
going to
the
have to fuck
fuck?
this up.
What's really going on, bro?
Sometimes I look at the fans and I'm like a little let
What
down
the
by things
fuck?
that they seem impressed by, but that was definitely a moment where I was like, all right, y'all are cool. Y'all are pretty
Shit's
fucking funny.
bro.
Yeah.
We just had a dope ass weekend. Like, man, just had a
Great weekend. Posted up at the store, had a great time streaming, tapped in with the Nelk boys.
That's
That's what we were just
Got some
getting
gifts
into.
for my African American co-host here.
Yeah.
Yo, no. Funniest thing was this dude right here.
I was trying to get one, and Sonny said Darren's gonna give me a piece.
Okay, Tone.
was one.
No, let me tell you. Tone gets video game controller.
Yeah.
Rick gets what?
A PS5.
PS5.
And two.
Dejan gets I think a PS5.
Yeah.
Sharp got a computer monitor.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I'm gonna need that, my boy.
Everybody's hyped because keep in mind, they invited me to this, just me. They didn't say hey, bring a bunch of black dudes. Which when you see what the theme was of the thing, you'd think that they would have said, hey, do you have a bunch of black friends that you could bring to this? They didn't say that. I just showed up with whoever the fuck I was with because we're already streaming and shit.
I think our other boy that's why he was so on me to be there,